It's hot. This hill is steep. Whew. Really quickly before I forget, today is Tuesday, day 2 of this cycle. I'm supposed to be starting the letrozole tonight, but I cannot. Everything's on hold because of the thyroid issue. I had to go get blood work done. It's always an issue. But anyways, so once the results come back, we'll know if we can proceed or if I need to be on some sort of thyroid medication. Yeah. Okay, bye. Okay, so what I'm about to say is either going to be a revelation or the ramblings of a crazy woman. So I am out here walking on my lunch break, and I got a message about my labs, and they were like, your TSH, I'm not sure what that means off the top of my head right now, but they're like, your TSH levels are very low. We need to refer you to an endocrinologist. And at first I was like, dang, something else is wrong. And I was getting ready to go into that spiral. Oh my gosh, why does this keep happening? Every time we do something, blah, 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 blah. But then I was like, wait a minute, something is wrong. Like, the human body, I don't know, it really just fascinates me. Like, the human body is made up of all these different systems, like a machine, you know what I mean? And it's like, if something's not working, then the machine isn't going to work the way that it should. I guess what I'm saying is, like, yeah, I could be frustrated that they found something else that's wrong, or I could be like, thank God, something's wrong. There is a reason for what I'm going through. You know what I mean? So I say all that to say, I thank God for me going through what I went through, because it brought to light this other situation and that's the other thing. Not only did God allow me to go through this, but he knew just how to get my attention, because I am the type of person that will brush things off. Like, this is not something to brag about, but I do have a very high tolerance for pain. So I will just grit my teeth and bear something until it is the worst, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I should go to the doctor. Or even when everything happened in November of 2021, when I even found out that I had endometriosis, that was him getting my attention, because if I didn't need to go to the hospital, I would have never gone to the hospital. Probably would have never found out I had endometriosis. Like, this issue with the heart palpitations, I've had those for years. Again, not trying to brag about it. I've had it for years. I've ignored it for years. But this time around, when it was like nonstop, day after day after day, like a week, I was like, maybe I should go to the hospital. And if I never went to the hospital, I would have never found out that I had an issue with my thyroid. So it's just like God just allowing me to go through things to uncover other things, and then doing it in a way that, like, he knows me. All right, I'm gonna go. My arm is tired. Bye. So I thought it would be cool to show you all what it looks like whenever I go to these appointments. So the first thing the ultrasound tech does is she checks my uterus. And if you're looking on the screen, you'll see something that's kind of triangular shaped, looks like a triangle, but the edges are round instead of pointed. You could see it perfectly just a second ago. That is my uterus. The next thing she does is check my endometrium lining, and the lining is important because a good lining makes it easier for the embryo to implant in the uterus. In case you didn't hear that, the ultrasound tech who has done my ultrasounds in the past, she just said, nice lining again. And I wanted to say, thanks, I worked really hard on it, but I didn't think about it until after the appointment. So after that, we head over to my ovaries to check out the follicles I've been growing. The ovary with the biggest follicles typically determines which ovary you ovulate from that month. Here on the left, you can see my little peanut follicle. And then on the right, I got this humongous chunk of a follicle. So at this point, I already know the IUI isn't happening this month because I don't have a tube on my right side. But on the bright side, this it's always something trying to get blood from me. But I will say that I did not cry in the office this time. At least I wish I could say I made it to the car at least, but like I made it to the parking lot, and I'll take that. So yeah. So I am feeling better. I'm at work eating lunch. I feel like moving forward, I'm just gonna take the day. Good news, disappointing news. I'm just gonna take the day because I have to go testify in a few minutes for court, and I really don't want to. I just want to be home. So I was feeling really down, obviously, before, and one thing that helped was in my chart, the nurse sent a message, and she said, like, just following up or just clarifying. She was like, IUI cannot happen because patient ovulated on the wrong side. And I'm guilty of seeing this before too. Oh my gosh, I picked the loudest table to sit at. But I feel like I need to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. I ovulated, you know what I mean? And it's not even like a comparison thing, but there are some women that wish they could ovulate, and they have so many issues that stop them from even ovulating. And the fact that I ovulate is something that I should be grateful for and not beating myself up about. I try not to be too emotional on camera, but like getting that news, and then the 9/11 anniversary always kind of gets to me. And then also like with everything that happened yesterday, that's just absolutely insane. And I'm not even like, I don't pretend to be any sort of political anybody. Like, I leave all that conversation for my other half and Candace Owens, because she can say it a lot better than I can. But I mean, it is just absolutely, I can't even comprehend what happened yesterday. And the thing that gets me, the thing that I'm struggling with comprehending is like, he was not a political leader. He did not hold any office. He was just a man who went around to college campuses and debated, and someone was so detached from reality that they felt like that was worth him losing his life. And then not even like the idea, like if you take, I can't even eat this right now. If you remove that man from the equation, you go online and people are elated and celebrating the fact that someone lost their life yesterday. And I can't fathom how someone can live and breathe with that much hate in their body. You know what I mean? I'm just sad that that is where we are in America. Like, I love my country. I genuinely tear up if I'm at an event and we have to stand for the national anthem. I'm just flabbergasted at that is where we are. In, you know what I mean? All right, so yeah, I'm gonna go because I gotta get back to court. So I'm going to eat my cereal. Yes, I'm eating cereal for lunch. I feel like I am an adult, and if I have to pay taxes and stand in line at the DMV and do all other sorts of boring things, then I should get to decide what I want to eat for lunch. And I like eating cereal, so bye. So this will be the end of the September video. I just got out of my endocrinologist appointment. We talked about the fact that your thyroid can definitely play a part in fertility. And she was like, well, I don't want to get ahead of myself. So, like, it could very well be just like your autoimmune disease, Crohn's, playing a part with this, what they're seeing in the labs. So she had me do more labs before she made any sort of diagnosis or whatever. So I just got out of labs, me and my little itty bitty teensy weensy tiny baby veins. Like, it has to be me. Like, if at this point it's like the smell is coming from inside the car, Crystal. Like, it has to be you, because I got stuck here and she was like, oh no. So then she had to stick me over here. So it's me. So when the labs come back, that will be in the October video, because, you know, and then she said we'll go from there. So bye. Oh, also next cycle also started, and today is day 2 of the letrozole. So all right, bye.